Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the... I hit F12 and it brought up a thing I can't see anything in this document. It's the 190th episode of the Terminus podcast for the weeks of August 27th, 2022. Off to a great start. I'm your host, Ellis, otherwise known as the Admiral. With me, I have two firemen, that'd be Nicholas Wakefield and TJ Sicoscio.
Hello. Hey.
Are you eating something? It really sounded like he had his mouth full. If so, I'm kind of jealous.
Hello.
Okay. We also have Graham.
Hi.
It's been a while.
Yep, once every 2 years.
It's the biannual Graham episode. But Graham is not here as our guest. He's here as a horseman, filling in, volunteer, voluntold. And Brian is returning as our brakeman.
Life is full of ups and downs. You either rise like Penn Central debt or sink like a Rutland Bridge. And right now I'm higher than Lionel prices because I'm back, y'all.
Jesus.
That's pretty
How
funny.
long were you sitting on that?
Ever since the last time I tried to get on a Terminus podcast.
Did you have it written down?
Well, I just wrote it down, but I had memorized.
Okay, that's actually kind of impressive. All right. Before we come up with any more proverbs, the train will terminate at this station. Alright, Achilles, where are we?
We are in Belen, New Mexico. BNSF's mid-southwestern, east-southwestern, eastern little hub place where they redistribute trains.
It's a southwestern hub,
Nothing
but
real
it's
special.
not in Run 8.
Nothing all that special about Belen. It's just there.
It's just there. Damn. If you happen to be one of our viewers from Belen, which is to say that one of our viewers, and you happen to be from Belen,
Just be glad your town doesn't have a D in it.
What?
Oh, okay, yeah, I get it. Bellend, haha. Man, you're
I don't get it.
Bellend. Never mind. Don't look it up. I mean, you can look it up on like
Oh,
Urban Dictionary.
This is the world's finest place to see Givos on stacks, so that's why we are here tonight.
Is it? Is it really?
That's pretty much all I can see aside from random manifest cars moving in the background.
They're moving. They're moving on their own.
There's just Jivos on stacks parked here.
You know what happens if something moves on its own and then goes off the end of the track? It ends up on the Class 1 idle responsibility.
Confusion and delay.
We actually had... So CSX was the holder of the mantle. They proceeded
How?
to have 5 incidents between last episode and this episode. Technically, this one was before. It was in a grab bag. They derailed a car at Waycross. Then they derailed some cars in Cumberland. Some empty coal cars. On the 15th of August. They collided with a truck on the 17th of August. They snapped... Or no, they didn't snap a train in half. That was a different railroad company that snapped a train in half. We'll get to that. They had to break apart a train because someone was being really dumb in LaGrange and got stuck. That was on the 19th, and they also killed someone in a car and train collision on the 19th. So that's CSX's run. The other railroads have done slightly better, but not all that much, all told. Starting on the 11th, NS derailed, looks like a string line or pop car situation. There were some center beams in the middle of a train. Stop me if you've heard this one before. Union Pacific hit a truck full of hay. That was kind of a crazy looking accident.
Hey.
Hey, wagon.
What?
Nobody's going to get that.
NS on the 15th derailed 19 cars. So that's pretty bad. Then on the 18th, Union Pacific hit a semi-truck. Oh, I missed one. On the 17th, BNSF derailed a Givos on stacks. Also on the...
Yeah, I was about to mention you missed the BNSF.
Yeah, also on the 18th, they hit a car. So great job from I mean, all around, and the only ones that we haven't covered are one Canadian Pacific incident, which was on a grab bag once again, where they just destroyed a knuckle. And the one on the 23rd, which this one is special. Hey guys, labor does not contribute to profits, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Who show of
Oh,
hands?
that one.
Show of hands who thinks this was on purpose.
Raise his hand.
I
Yeah,
mean,
raising
I
my
mean,
hand.
I
I'm
wouldn't
raising
count it out.
The
I'm raising my hand.
the
I
Union
feel like
Pacific.
some dispatcher was like, "Screw these guys! They're making my life hell," and they just threw this switch.
Yeah,
Under the train.
the Union Pacific office car special derailed at Yuma Junction. Picked a switch. I wonder.
Yuma Junction's in Renee, guys.
Yeah, that's true. It is. I wonder how that could have happened. Anyway, the CSX is no longer the holder of the mantle because they wrecked a lot, and it actually falls to Canadian National, which hasn't happened in a little while. But it's not unsurprising that it's it's not surprising that it's a Canadian road for the umpteenth time.
I mean, we try our hardest, and I'm actually surprised it's Canadian National, not Canadian Pacific, because they're generally considered the lesser of the two.
I mean, CP is a holder. I mean, you try your hardest, but
CP.
still you stay on the track sometimes.
Yeah.
Try harder.
I mean, we shredded a knuckle, but that's not really that bad.
yeah,
Also, was that article about CN hitting a car old?
yeah, it was the oldest one here, which is why CN is now the current holder. The stuff with an asterisk is new. Anyway, these
Oh.
are all of these articles and videos will be down in the comments for you guys to check out. Read, watch, whatever, get a feel for these catastrophes as they unfold.
You can feel it.
Yeah. Anyway,
I can feel it
Moan seductively in your
coming
ear.
in the air.
Oh,
was,
yeah.
was
Crap,
anyone
no, not that.
was anyone here part of an unfolding catastrophe over the last 2 weeks or previous? For those who haven't been on in a while, no.
Maybe, kinda. I don't know. I don't know if it counts as a catastrophe.
I feel like you'd
Does
know.
does my life count?
Well, I was gonna ask if there were any catastrophes on the train because you've had quite a summer, Graham.
If the dishes count as a catastrophe.
It depends how well you did them.
They were done.
So
Anyways, yeah, so I have not been on the podcast in about a long time. I made an appearance on the Trip podcast last year, and then I don't know how long it's been since before that. I didn't go back and look. Probably 2 years. So anyways, I've been going to college in
Nerd.
Albuquerque. It's a great time. I'm a junior this year. It kind of sucks. But anyways, this summer was pretty exciting. I got to go to Alaska, and I worked for Holland America Princess. They have double-decker dome cars that are really nice.
oh yeah, that's
And
right.
I
You
went-
got to be a princess.
I got to be a princess. Yes, it was a great time. We always called the Denali Princess Lodge the DPL, or the Disney Princess Lodge. We would always mix them up. But anyways, I was on their dome cars for like 8 to 12 hours a day. My very first day on the train, I worked 17 hours because our locomotive died, and then we had a medical emergency. So that was a good time.
Oh, there's your
But
unfolding
I was up
catastrophe. You got that out of the way the very first day.
Yeah, so I was up there from May until August, and I helped book tours, excursions for people, and it was overall a pretty good time. I'm probably gonna go back again next summer. And yeah, I ended up doing the dishes sometimes. That was not my favorite thing to do. 120 people's dishes for 2 meals. You end up doing the dishes for about 10 hours.
Good lord.
Not a
God.
good time. Straight up, not a good time, even if you're on the train. And then
Yeah, but doing dishes
I-
for 10 hours on a train is way better than doing dishes for 10 hours not on a train.
Yeah, that's true. And what else did I do? I went flying, I went bear hunting, I went halibut fishing, I did all kinds of crazy things. It was a pretty good time.
I see
a lot
one
of things.
problem with this. You didn't once mention the White Pass in Yukon, which means you didn't go there.
I did not go to the White Pass in Yukon because it's like 8 hours away from where I was.
Oh, that
Alaska.
Yeah,
that
Alaska's
makes sense.
big.
Never mind.
Alaska's real big.
Alaska is just cold Texas.
It's cold Texas. I feel like
And then
some people would fight you about that, but I think you're completely right.
anyways,
You don't
last
understand. Cold Texas isn't Alaska. Cold Texas is Quebec.
So this year I got a season's pass to the Durango and Silverton too. So I rode twice in the winter/spring, and then last week I went up and I rode. They did a doubleheader. That was pretty awesome.
Nice.
You know, got to be up there. They got all the oil burners going. It's pretty cool. But I got to go up and meet O'Jilly. And then we went foaming. It was a great time. We saw the cow train electric multiple units gets moved, and then we saw my first Union Pacific Heritage unit, which is also very exciting.
Nice.
And yeah, that's pretty much what I've been up to.
Oil-fired steam engines and finally putting up the dang wires. I couldn't think of anything better.
Coal-fired steam engines.
Oil-fired based.
No. Fight me.
Oil-fired bliss.
Man, actually...
SP was oil-fired.
With all of... Yeah, we know. With all of the dumb polls that have gone up lately, they've all been fantastic, by the way. I'm surprised an oil firing versus coal firing poll has not happened.
The only problem with Alaska is there's not enough steam.
There's not enough what?
Not enough steam.
Oh, yeah. No, that's true. That is...
Got one on the way back, and I think one that's operating right now, but I could be wrong about 73. I do know that Nice is in the shop getting worked
73 is getting rebuilt, like in Washington, I think.
Oh.
And they're rebuilding
I
557.
thought it already was.
Which I went by every day on the train, but I never actually went to go see because I was so busy working. But
What did you go by every day? I totally just zoned out.
557, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, the Alaska Railroad 557. It's the last original Alaska Railroad locomotive, and they're restoring it to operation. And it should
of
be
course,
done...
it's an S160.
Yeah, it is an S160. It should be done next year. So, if I go back next year, then maybe I will have some steam in Alaska, and I can get some photos.
Soon, TM.
Hype.
So yeah,
I love... I talked last week about hopefully having Chris on the podcast again soon because he was there for the 2102 and 425 doubleheader. Currently, he's setting pictures of 765 at Little River. God damn. He's seeing all
was 1225.
seeing all the steam. No, it's 765. It's not the Christmas train. It's the other one. Or sorry,
here
the
comes the
North Pole train.
On the Blend Camp, Norfolk Southern Winter, and War Bonnet. That's pretty good.
That is pretty cool.
You're pretty cool, Graham.
I wish I could have gone up to Ohio or out to Ohio this weekend.
Why would you ever go to Ohio?
Because 765, Little River 110, and Little River 1 all just hanging out together.
Don't go to Ohio. It's a trap.
I mean, it is a trap, but they've got some good stuff. We were discussing potential card packs of the future, or batches for the trading cards, and the Age of Steam Roundhouse has enough locomotives in and of itself to be a full batch of cards. Just saying.
I would buy that.
I
would buy that, but also have a special order for 1392 had with it.
You don't need to worry about that. 1392 is coming as a standard card. There's a...
I want one with the silver foily stuff.
Did you just say standard?
I did say standard.
Standards!
I mean, I'm not going to pretend like that was an accident that they're called standard rarity cards. They're standards, That's the joke.
Is it the joke, though?
Yes. Brian, are you not in this thread? There's a thread for the trading cards in the fan chat.
I was going to join it as soon as I got some, and
okay.
I have yet to get some because, of course, I'm broke.
Understandable. Have a great day. I've been just sort of putting tidbits about what the next batch is going to be, and then I released the whole list earlier this week because I talked about it on Under Construction, which those have been fun streams. And TJ, the little watch party you guys have done is very, I don't know. I appreciate that. Knowing that you guys are following along.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, a lot of times when you're streaming Under Construction, I don't have anything going on. It just lines up.
What the heck was that?
What
Stretching.
are you doing, Achilles?
I'm stretching.
Yeah, that's it? Not doing anything else? Not gaming or anything?
No.
Do you have evidence that Achilles is gaming?
No, that just sounded like a stressed, gaming noise.
Oh.
No, I was stretching.
What does Achilles play that would produce those noises? We don't play Siege anymore.
You never know. I don't know.
Oh crap! I heard you talking about Achilles and gaming, and I was going to pull out my soundboard and play the engineer gaming thing just
No.
once, but I remembered I have it disconnected.
Yes, thank you.
But I opened it up already, so I have to close it now, and it's going to take ages.
Oh, Jillies, what have you been up to?
I roughing with Graham. I roughing with Tyler today. We went to the Model Train Club. That was about it. That's literally all I've done. I moved back down to Flagstaff, so I am back in Flag now.
Well, lame AF.
That was a speed run of what should have been 2 very exciting days.
Yeah, I've not lived an exciting life,
Yeah.
admittedly, in the last few days.
I'm sorry about that. I feel that most of my spare time has gone towards the new batch of trading cards, which I know is like a passion project for me, but that doesn't mean I don't miss having time where I don't have to work on something. But all that other time is just taken up by doing Tolbrand AI, and I think I'm about to develop another spreadsheet to keep track of every single locomotive on Tolbrand.
No, you're not going to make another spreadsheet.
I think
Alice.
I
You don't
have
need another
to,
spreadsheet.
How do I know if I've placed down a locomotive before? Like a specific number. I need to have a catalog of which ones I've placed.
Oh, I've had that problem more than once. Whenever I'm just like fooling around on trains, because that's basically all I do.
The same number.
Not even like the model, just like what I'm calling them. And that way I know if I've gone over like my allocation of Pacifics or whatever. It's important stuff. The AI bug has kind of bit me again, and I'm running into a situation where I'm hitting a wall of things I don't know because the map is not big enough yet, but I cannot make the map larger any faster than I'm currently doing it. Farmers are kind of therapeutic, though. They're simple. They're nice. Wait.
You're pretty nice.
Brian.
Alice's Farm Memorial Farm.
Yeah?
Is there any... Do you have pictures of 1392?
Well, I have my own pictures, but they're of 1392 in the shop, not running.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
And they're awkwardly positioned, and some of them are poorly lit cab shots. One of them is my dad poking his head out the side of the cab, and another is just looking up at the face of the engine with the number plate and everything. The whole "Do you have your games on your phone?" meme, except it's 1392.
Damn.
So I don't really have any good pictures of it.
Damn.
But if I go back there at some point soon, I'm pretty sure they close on Labor Day weekend. So it's unlikely, but it's possible I could be going back there sometime soon. Whenever I do go back there, I can send you a picture.
Yeah,
I can get you pictures.
Getting pictures for the trading cards is the hardest part. Not gonna lie. I mean, figuring out like missing stats and stuff can be troublesome, but the pictures. I sent off an email today about Timken 1111 to the Indiana Historical Society, I think, because they have one of a handful of half-decent pictures, and I'm going to have to get in touch with the Rare Museum of Pennsylvania to get into their archives again, so that I can get some pictures of some other locomotives for the batch. If only I knew if the people... The thing that would make this easier is if I could see, like... look at a photograph and just know when the photographer died. Because 70 years ago is 1952, so almost every picture of a steam locomotive in service should be public domain, assuming that the photographer took the picture and immediately keeled over dead.
Well, that's not how that works.
So...
I mean, if you are making other random trading cards, I can give you photos of one engine, that being Industrial Lumber Company number 107, aka Edmonton Yukon Pacific 107, which is a steam locomotive that I actually saw this summer.
Oh.
Unless I'm just imagining a picture of someone. I'm just imagining someone taking a picture of a steam engine and immediately fucking dying right there. Just click. Ugh.
Yeah. Click, and then just like the, Minecraft death sound.
He just gets so excited that he has a heart attack.
No, that's that camera. Instead of that little camera sound that your phone makes, you press your phone's camera button, and it goes, ooh.
Yeah. That's... it is a natural reaction to seeing a steam locomotive, the heart attack. There was something else that I was going to add to this, and now it's escaped me. I'm very upset because I thought it was going to be very funny, and I don't know what it was. Point is, yeah, you just take that. I feel like there was like a Goosebumps book based on a camera that killed people, wasn't there?
I wouldn't know. I'm not that much
It
into
might be like
horror.
an SCP. I feel like that would be an SCP.
That's probably also true. I want to look this up now. Camera.
You need a strike? I'm going to give you a strike.
No, this is part of the podcast. I looked up camera that kills people, and I got the Wikipedia article for Polaroid. It's a film. Oh, okay, it came out like 3 years ago.
The camera that kills?
Yeah, I googled camera that kills people, and there's a film called Polaroid that came out in June 2019. I'm not reading this. I'm not reading about this movie. I don't actually care that much.
Why am I hearing steam engine noises?
Somebody's gaming? Question mark?
Yes, I was joking. This is in fact gaming.
Who's breathing?
Yeah.
I'm breathing. I'm laying in bed.
You can't be breathing. We have the rail cam on. You're seeing pictures of trains. You're dead. We're dead. This is the afterlife.
Oh God.
That's a
I think I found all the Terminus podcasts that did it.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad we've done this important research.
I'm glad we've, yeah.
Actually,
I can easily find all 3 that I've been in, except one of them I actually can't find yet.
you have to, in order to get, past the, certain religions have different tests that you have to go through to enter, the good afterlife, or even the afterlife in general. Some you have to weigh your heart against a feather. Some, you just, are judged or whatever to go through the pearly gates. But here, we have locomotive verses. So, with that in mind, Brian, what
Brian, you out there?
What was it that you selected for this locomotive verses?
Oh, so none of my stuff is gonna happen?
Oh, okay. I thought you'd already. I know you had talked. I didn't know how much you had talked. Yeah, go ahead, do your stuff.
Okay, so first of all, this is probably one. I was actually not thinking that I was going to be able to make it onto a Terminus this weekend because I am actually moving, and I believe on Monday I'm going to be moving into a new house, which is on the south side of town compared to where I'm living right now, which is on the north side, which is marginally closer to the CN line, to one of the 2 CN lines that runs through the town, so I might be able to film a bit more often. Also, it's going to be kind of a hectic time for me, because at the same time that I'm moving in, I'm going to be prepping for university. I'm going to the Northern Alberta Institute of Technology to take a radio and television class. I was originally thinking of this as a backup plan for if I don't get into the railway work, but I'm thinking that considering the kind of condition of jobs on the railways right now, it might be better used as an actual business plan. Or career path, because the railways aren't looking too great right now.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, but anyway, I'm also 18 years old now. I'm a legal adult. I'm legally allowed to vote and all that stuff. I've already taken a sip of a really disgusting beer that my dad gave me.
Oh yeah, you're in Canada.
Even though I said I wouldn't be an alcoholic. And because Fort Edmonton Park wasn't open on my birthday, we ended up going and riding transit for a while, so that was pretty neat.
Nice.
But then I got to see 107, and if you give me a minute, I might be able to pull up a picture. Actually, this will probably take a little bit, so talk about whatever.
All right. Somebody was saying something, and now I don't know what.
What's 9 plus 10?
21.
Thanks. Graham, you need to go to school again. No wonder you failed that at end of engineering, because it's clearly 19.
I didn't fail out of engineering. Oh my gosh, I just changed my major to business because it's much easier than engineering.
That is true.
What the hell? Okay.
Because calculus is a bad time.
Calculus is the worst.
Ask the kid who had to take it twice. Ask me how I know.
Yeah, no, calculus just about killed me, and then the second calculus and then the third calculus didn't get better. I'll say that much.
Yeah, so I didn't want to do second and
Sounds like my ex-wives.
Why do you keep marrying women named Calculus? That might be your problem.
TJ's got a thing for calculus.
Let me just say I'm a numbers guy.
Yeah. Oh wait.
There's a joke in here about finding your ex.
Oh god, yeah, they're all my exes, and some of them are my wife.
Some of them are my reason.
They were your wife, now they're your ex.
Why'd you break up? No, B.
B.
This is the worst episode of the podcast we've ever made.
Yeah? You think so?
Anyway,
possibly?
I'm now in the process of posting some excellent photographs I've taken of
this is the
boy.
highest quality, best podcast ever podcast.
Hold on, I'm gonna get mad at Brian for a second. Hey, so you were setting yourself up to talk about this for, the last 30 minutes, and you didn't think to post the pictures then?
I'm sorry, I had a brain fart and then realized, wait, I'm using my new phone, not my old phone, so these pictures will be way harder to pull up.
Oh, it's a phone problem, I see. Blame the phone.
Yeah, because I have a new phone now. It's
Got two. Well,
this is actually a half decent.
Problem.
This photo, yeah. This one can go in a trading card, I guess.
trading card photo.
That is ex-Industrial Lumber Company in Calcasieu. Calascu. I can't remember how it's pronounced. Calcasieu Paper Company. Oh, it was once at the Red River and Gulf too. So yeah, this is 107. A really neat prairie.
This is
Actually, Red River and Gulf 107 is prairie. Was this the Ben Neal model?
what?
No, it can't be. The driver's on the second axle, not the third. Never mind.
This is standard gauge. Yeah, it's standard gauge. Looks standard gauge.
Yeah, standard.
It looks small, but then I saw
Standard.
the person and went, "Oh no, it's big."
It's not that chunky, but it is decently chunk. It was also acquired because this is a rather tight railway, and basically only a logging engine could make it around here, really.
Does it have a blind center driver? It looks like it actually looks like. Yeah, I think it does.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Because let me just read off the loco base thing here. When it was built, it was meant to go. It was meant to run a railway that used a light rail that was 35 pounds per yard and had curves with radii as tight as 200 feet or 61 meters.
That's tighter than the
Also known
sharpest
as
curve in the
29
world.
degrees. 29 degrees.
That's wow. Yeah, logging railroads be like.
Is that tighter than the one on the whatchamacallit?
Yeah, no, that is tighter than the sharpest
New
curve
England
in the world.
Jeopardy?
Yeah. Because that was
Yeah.
like 206 feet, I think. TJ, correct me if I'm wrong.
It's too bad that I ended up watching that on YouTube, because if I hadn't and I had gotten on it later, if I had gone on New England Railroad Jeopardy, I would have done really well.
Well, you can only do so well when someone is buzzing in ahead of you.
Yeah, that's true. But then again, Hem also is in Canada and was having the best time buzzing in, so maybe.
Maybe it's Discord has a Canada bias.
Canada, you get the Canada connection.
We get Telus.
Tell us.
I
Telus
also
is
forgot
a
to send
telecom.
photos. If you would politely just flip through them.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
like T-Mobile.
Oh yeah, Graham's got some cool photos. Some of these
We
are
also
not
have-
train related, but they're still all really nice. Well, except for this one, because this was taken in Utah, right?
The UP one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was taken in Utah, so terrible.
Boom.
I took the one of 1983, just so you guys know.
Actually, I
No,
actually
that-
know why Hem and I have such good connection. That Canadian National
Jesus.
Canadian Pacific Telecommunications.
Oh, I forgot. I saw the FRA inspection train in Alaska. Never what I thought. I would have marked it off my list.
That's actually kind of crazy.
They have to bring it up there on a barge
Why do they use a barge anymore?
because there's no railroad.
What do you need that for? Train cannon.
What do you
Porter
mean?
gun.
Oh, I have to find my pictures of 4014.
4014.
4014 in Alaska.
Hmm.
Yes, 4014 was in Alaska.
This is the 4014 they were going to add to Rare's Online, by the way.
Yeah.
There it is.
No,
No,
that's
that's
not.
not it.
2,
That's
1.
that's not 4014 at all. That's a
Well,
different
here's-
locomotive.
4, 3, 2, 1.
It's 4321. There's 4014.
That's what you say before you fire the train cannon.
You're to Fairbank. Yes, this is 4014. This is great.
Graham, I'm glad you finally got to see 4014.
Yes, me too. Oh,
Base 70 Mac.
I didn't send the goofy cab car thing.
Anyway, 4014 coming to a
Oh,
trading
the-
card pack near
oh.
you.
Yeah, the Chugach Explorer, the Colorado rail car one that's kind of shitty.
It's so
It is.
tall.
It is very tall.
Is this taller than a superliner?
Yes.
Yeah, those already make me go.
Yes.
Yeah, they already make me nervous enough. This thing is
I
insane.
believe that's 19 feet tall, and then like our Holland America Explorer cars are 18 feet tall.
The thing is,
How strong are the winds in Alaska?
yeah, I was gonna say this thing would not get to the top of Mount Washington.
I mean, of course it wouldn't. It's not narrow gauge and it's not rack.
It needs all of the biodiesel engines to push it up Mount Washington.
This last one I sent, that was 4th of July. Very fun.
Is that you?
No, it's not me.
Oh.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, this is Graham face reveal right here.
No, I'll send a picture of Graham.
Oh no.
Oh,
My
I
face-
just noticed.
oh,
no.
My
It's got an
face is
L
literally-
window. Why?
My face is literally on the podcast. Look at
Alaska
episode.
Railroad was being so base, and then I noticed that 4th of July unit has an L window.
L.
Oh, I have to find one more.
I'm trying to. It just opened in the wrong window and then.
Also, I realized because of my new mic, I can actually do something interesting in a minute.
Oh no. Anyway,
Better be good.
It's fine. We're good.
All right. Well, that means it's time for. Yeah. Okay. I know what you're
Was
going
it-
for.
Was it Weibold enough for you?
It was. I mean, it was on the.
I have yet to do the soundboard thing.
It was on the spectrum. It was just very quiet, but that's fine. We're good. You don't need to do it again.
I blame my mic. Anyway, I'm going with the meme. The reigning champion.
Yeah, the first
If you want.
Royale of Royales winner. Reading 113.
13!
Oh my god!
Do I have a good picture of this picture? This picture. Yeah, let's do this one.
Oh, I think the rail runner is going to be coming on the virtual road.
I'm gonna get a good picture of Reading
It's
113.
got the Reading 113, and I've got the Mega Pacific Boston and Maine 3713. We've got it. It's big. Check it out.
Oh my god. Please tell me I can open image in new tab.
That's signed, hung on the
Yes,
side.
it's big. It's big. Come on. Let me use this. Actually, wait, is that 119 or 113? Damn it, it's 119.
Was
Never mind.
113 not the streamlined one? It was just in the class of the
I'm
streamlined
pretty
one?
sure those were just the G3s.
Oh, okay.
Unless the G1s were rebuilt into G3s, I could be completely and utter. Oh wait, there was a streamlined one of, or at least a semi-streamlined one of the G1s, but I'm not sure if that was 113. I think that was 116. But that'll get
Looking
brought
at,
up in style points. I'm just trying to find a picture of 113, maybe preferably one that we haven't used already.
Well, good luck with that. There are not a lot of pictures of that locomotive out there.
I was going to use one of, like, there's, of course, this one, which is the one on the Loco base, which also has an EMU, put up the dang wires. Actually, is that an EMU or is that a Bud? No, it's an EMU.
Yeah, it's an emu.
Originally, I was going to use this other picture until I realized it was 119. You can probably guess why I was going to use it.
Because it's better. It's substantially better.
Yes.
I mean, it has
So
the
I
Rare
used
Museum of Pennsylvania watermark on it, but it's still a really good
exactly.
picture.
That's why I was going to use it. It says
Oh,
Rare
okay,
Museum of
Fulmer.
Pennsylvania on it.
What is this? Oh, this is two things next to one another. Oh, that's Blount. It's next to Blount. I see. In the back shops. I need to go back to Steamtown. It's been a hot minute.
Oh, you're looking for pictures of 3713, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, I
I
already
was
got
confused.
one.
I'm like, how would a rating G1 be next to Blount?
Hey, you never know. They get around. Unfortunately, they are dead. So I'll use this picture of 113 because it is a picture of 113. Who do you guys think should go first here?
I'm gonna go with 3713.
Oh, okay.
About 3713.
All right.
I agree.
All
Go
right.
ahead.
Let's let me just scroll down
I'll
and find the
go.
correct thing. That is a P4. All right. So these things are pretty good sized. Although you have a Wooten, so that presents problems for me that I actually wouldn't have expected normally. And
Return of the mat.
yeah, that's where normally I would clobber, but I don't think I'm gonna do that because of the Wooten. So I'm gonna go with evaporative heating surface.
Evaporative heating surface, you say. That might be a good call, but then again, this might be another case of SP745. I'm trying to find it for some reason.
Can I get a
there it
volunteer
is.
to keep track of the points, please? At least until we get the
Oh,
stat points.
oh my god. My evaporative heating surface, you said, right?
Yes, please.
2926!
29. Okay, thank God, because I have 3,848.
Ellis, are you the B&M engine?
Yes. All right, so I'm off to a good start. I like this. What about your superheating surface?
652.
All right, 966.
Yikes.
Combined heating surface.
3578.
That's still less than my evaporative heating surface. 48.
Yeah.
4814. Okay.
Mhm.
We're looking at that. Let's. I need to think for a second, but I can definitely go for broke out here with
That's
one
dangerous.
with one stat that I could think of. Yeah. It is a little dangerous. There are a couple of ones that I am worried about, but I still think I could win. Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna have to go for it. What's your evaporative heating surface divided by cylinder volume?
Not that great. 183.91.
Thank God, I saw those giant cylinders and went, "Oh, there's no way." 285.88.
Yeah, so far I'm getting trounced.
Yeah, well, it's only 4. It's only 4-0. This is not.
It's anybody's game.
Yeah, it's still anyone's game, and I am still nervous because there are only so many things I can do. Fluid tube length.
Fluent tube length, you say. 19.
All right, 20. Whew. Curse you with these.
The extra foot was used for my firebox.
Let's go for You know what? This is going to dictate a lot of what happens. Year built.
Oh no. 1916.
Oh, thank God. Okay, I did not remember. 1934.
Yeah, you may you may be a relatively mediocre Pacific, but you're also newer.
Yeah, I mean,
Much
that's the
newer.
thing. This is just sort of going for broke in the form of a Pacific. Let's
Yeah.
do...
Because the B&M was broke, I think.
Well, yeah, that happened repeatedly. Alright, I'm not going to do any of those things. Let's do tender water capacity.
Tender water capacity, 8,000.
12,000. How about tender fuel capacity?
12.9.
12.9? What the heck, Redding? 18.5, which is still a little bit
Oh.
weird. Alright.
Oh.
Yeah, this doesn't... Yeah, you're old. Boiler pressure.
220.
260.
I had a little bit of hope there because this was higher than an engine of this age probably would be.
Yeah, no, and I'm not even 300, so I thought I was rolling the dice there too. What's your driver diameter?
275 seems more normal. Driver diameter,
Yeah.
you said? 80.
Ah, man. Yeah, we're both 80. All right. Ball's in your court.
I don't add a point for that though, right?
No, you don't add a point. It was just a tie.
Alright, let me just take a look here.
Man, I wonder what else I could have won on. Seriously, though, I feel like I was running out of stuff. I just didn't trust anything else.
Let me just take a looky here. That's concerning. I need more pictures of 3713.
You're not going to find them. Good luck with that. Oh, wait, 3713 does have tons of pictures. 113 has very few.
I need a better picture of that side. That has a smoke deflector. I'm not going to see anything.
Yeah, look at those smoke deflectors. Drink it in. I don't actually have a picture with the
thank
smoke
God.
deflectors. Let me go get it.
Oh God, I hope that's not. I hope it's not what I think it is. But like, okay, I'm just gonna risk it for the biscuit. Builder.
Lima.
Thank God. Several, but Baldwin.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I wish I knew what are the several, out of curiosity?
I don't
You should
know.
say so in the blurb.
What?
Hold on, let me look.
I see Baldwin here and there, but I don't see
Oh,
any
okay.
of...
Reading
built 25 of them. Yeah.
Okay,
So
so
it's 9-1 at the moment.
there are things that I
You all
learned
know.
because of that, and I'm wondering which ones, because if you were built by Reading, I swear to God, I don't think we have a way to know right now, but I'm just
I
gonna
thought we were doing the other 113, and I got really confused.
I'm just gonna sit here and shake my fist at you because there's good odds that you were built by Reading and not Baldwin. Anyway, carry on.
Alrighty then. Once again, taking a risk. Number in class.
Number in class. 10.
10, you say?
Yeah, just 10.
Oh, I had nothing to worry about.
No.
30.
No, you didn't. You just said 25 were built by Baldwin, and I went, okay, I'm not calling those.
Okay, number built.
Also 10.
30.
Yep. Son of a gun.
Alright.
Wait a freak.
Current score is 9-3.
Wait a cotton picking minute here.
Let's see here. Yeah, that's a safe bet. Overall wheelbase.
Overall wheelbase. Hold on, sorry, I was reading about you to see. If I should have gotten a doodad there. Overall wheelbase is long 77.58.
Almost exactly 10 feet shorter, 67.98.
Yeah,
Overall wheelbase is longer or better?
No, shorter's better.
Shorter better.
All
Alright.
the length stuff except for tube length is shorter is better.
Tender loaded weight.
Tender loaded weight.
Why do you want shorter tubes?
You want you want longer tubes. I'm saying everything except for that is shorter.
Oh,
Because if I just said all length stats in general, that's technically a length stat, even though it's somewhere else on the sheet.
yeah.
I just wanted to cover all my bases, but my tender loaded weight is 240,800 pounds.
160,000 even.
Yeah, okay.
9 to 5. Working 9 to 5. Sorry.
Wait. Oh, he has that many. Okay. Let's do. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna ask this and then hope you have it. Axle loading.
I do actually have it, which is upsetting. 68,900 pounds.
61,000.
Yeah, that's actually closer than I would have expected.
And I'm gonna take a pretty good shot at this. Minimum weight of rail.
Yeah, okay, that's like 116. Yeah, 116.
Oh, I had nothing to worry about. 98.
That's the one I was waiting for you to call.
9-7.
Nothing.
That's very risky. That's also rather risky unless... Even if he does, though, there's still a chance. Okay, let's just go for the cheap shots. Firebox area.
We don't even know if this is a cheap shot yet. We're about to find out. I was worried about it, but we will see. Firebox area is 320 square feet.
Ah, shit, I should have called grade area. 282.
Yes!
10-7.
Yes!
10-7.
Okay, what the hell do I do now? Oh, right, Robert Lamis.
It's 20 points for yeah, it's 20 points for style points.
Robert Lamis' power computation.
Ba-da-ba. Mine is 20,790.
All right, never mind. 17,394. I should have done substitute firebox area for grade area. Why didn't I? I forget which one is which.
No, you shouldn't have.
No, yes, I should have. Go, prove me wrong.
Same as above, but substitute firebox area for grade area.
99,840.
Oh. I thought because grade
11-8.
area would
Yeah.
give
Yeah.
73,207.
Yeah.
Never
Yeah,
mind.
exactly. That's what I thought.
Damn it.
Alright, well, we're not doing that anyway. What is the score, Achilles?
Well, 11-8
11
in favor of
Oh, no,
37-13.
I need one more. What the hell am I going to do? I'm so hosed. Loco base ID.
445.
Yes, 131.
Oh.
Okay.
You want to go to style points, Ellis?
Hold on, I'm thinking. Let me think. I know that I should, but is there something else that I can roll the dice on, which would be a terrible decision? Let's hear Tractive effort.
Tractive effort. 40,906.
Oh my god! Oh my god! 40,918.
What? That close?
This thing is so much bigger.
Was yours 16 or 6D?
I said 40,906.
Yeah, he was 6, I'm 18. Oh my god. I don't think we've ever had Tractive effort closer on the show before. That's insane.
That is
13 to 8.
insane.
I like how this thing was built 20 years later and 20,000 pounds heavier, and it makes 12 more
Basically the same tractive
pounds
effort.
per yard. Yeah, 12 more pounds of Tractive effort. Complete insanity. Okay. Yeah, now we'll go to style points because I'm not...
Judge's choice.
Oh, God, you're right. All right, judges, hit me.
I gotta pull up a stat page so I can find a stat. I never can remember the names of the stats. Does anybody else have one? Graham?
Wait, we pick a stat? I don't remember. I don't remember this part.
Hey,
What age
Graham.
were you?
It's literally
Valve gear. I'll call Valve gear.
Wally.
Wally.
Yeah.
Same. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I know a stat. How about factor of adhesion?
Oh, no.
No.
No, you're saying no. 5.12.
Oh, okay, I had nothing to worry about. 4.32.
Yeah, no, this thing is man, not
Slippery.
good.
It's pretty slippery. Yeah, no wonder it doesn't produce a lot of tractive effort.
I think it's the opposite of slippery. It's just bad tractive effort. It just doesn't want to go.
DJ, you got a stat?
It's the other way around, I think, actually. I think
Number
lower
built.
means more
No, we
weight.
call
less
number
power.
built.
F. Number surviving.
That's not a stat.
That's not a stat.
But we
It's a
will.
stat point.
We will get there.
Local base ID.
We already
Called
called
that.
that.
Jesus. Sorry.
Did you call year? Have we called year?
Yes.
Sorry, I've been focusing on my discussion
High,
today.
high pressure cylinder?
Oh.
We haven't done that. 23 by 28.
I'll call.
Oh, sorry. That wasn't TJ calling it. TJ, do you
They
want to do
call
that?
high pressure cylinder.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 23 by 28.
Wait, what did you say?
23 by
High
28.
pressure cylinder.
25 by 28.
Yeah, I mean, look at those things. Look at those humongous hongalongas.
Look at those cans.
Yeah. Anyway,
Her
all right.
score is 13 to
enjoy
10
your,
in favor of 37.
Enjoy your damn point. So I've got. Let me get a picture of myself with the elephant ears, just for the sake of it.
Let me find a streamlined
Ellis,
one.
you have lighted.
No,
You have
you're
lighted
just
class lights.
using 113. If 113 wasn't streamlined, you don't get
Ah,
points for the
shit.
streamlining.
Shit.
that's-
Oh, he has
No.
lighted class lights too.
Yeah, no, you get the class lights. Yeah, I've got some.
You
I've got.
both have air ringers.
I'll take the scoring from here, Achilles.
No. Oh.
But
Actually, Ellis, you have an air ringer. He doesn't.
he doesn't.
No, he's got a. You can see the string
Oh
in
yeah,
the
but
second picture.
most bells have both actually. I'd be really
Oh.
surprised if he doesn't have an air ringer. I think that he does.
I got one. I'm pretty sure I was retrofitted later.
Yeah, no, he
'Cause this
definitely
thing was built-
has an air ringer.
This was
Oh,
built
does he? Okay.
before air ringers were normal, I think. Or were air ringers around in the 19th?
You would be surprised what engines get air ringers. It's a lot more than you would expect. Apparently, just
So would it realistically be accurate to have my version of Dirk's Lumber 360 have an air ringer?
it wouldn't necessarily be inaccurate.
Ellis, do you have power reverse?
I sure hope so. This thing is huge.
Oh no,
Uh,
I don't know if I do.
I need to find a picture of the
Yeah, Ellis has power.
Yeah, I definitely have power reverse, yep.
He has power reverse.
I have power reverse. I've got a
You
name.
have. Ellis gets a style point because he's got a name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang
Let me
on,
look
let
at-
me just look for pictures of my engine from the other side. No, that's a streamlined
You
one
do
that
have
doesn't
a
show me
wound
what I want.
firebox, which is a style point. Or so it is written. Let's see what I've got. No, he has that. So do I.
Is there anything on the stat
Do
page?
you not have? I need to look at the 119 picture again. Just
Ellis has a survivor
I do.
and is being restored? Question mark.
Yeah, for the last like 30 years or so. That's not really an exaggeration.
That's one. Yeah.
So I've got that. I also have an
really
excursion career, so there's that.
When?
I have a stat cap.
Oh yeah, drink up your stat cap. You do. It's like it's just physically attached. You have some stuff. I don't want to give you points for it though.
I'm trying to find a picture of my engine from the other side that isn't freaking streamlined one, so I can actually look.
I have polling pockets and you don't.
Oh,
How are
I
you
don't.
newer and have polling pockets and
Because
he doesn't?
polling was still allowed like well into the diesel era, and that blows my mind.
How does
Ellis, I'm gonna
how?
pull you.
How do I not have? Oh wait a second! I have a mass-produced model.
Oh, yeah, so do I think. I can't.
Well, you have a trains model, but I don't know. If
Yeah,
that's
they both.
I can't imagine that I don't have a mass-produced model. It's 3713. It's America's engine.
What class is 3713
It's a
again?
P4. It looks like one was made by.
Yeah, you do.
What is this company?
Weaver models.
Something.
There's
Oh, yeah,
brass,
you-
mass-produced brass.
Yeah.
And then
Dat brass.
Overland.
Actually, the brass one looks pretty good and accurate. That's pretty nice. I would get one of those. But yeah, I have a trains
for
model. Do you have
$2,000.
a trains model?
I don't.
Yeah.
One of the streamlined ones, as far as I'm aware, does have a trains model, but that's not me.
Darn.
Ellis, here's proof you were mass-produced many moons ago by IHC.
It's always IHC.
Well,
I find that funny
great.
because IHC, Iron Horse and Chronicles, but like IHC made
That's the USRA.
so many things. Yeah, no, and that's not even an accurate model.
Yeah, but
it
it
is
is a
pretending
model.
to be.
I smell some
it's a
bias
model
here.
of 3713, all right.
Yeah, well, there is a mass-produced model that is actually 3713. It's a brass one. It's a little bit older.
But there seems to be a lot of examples
What
of it.
the
Also,
hell
that
is
thing is
that?
super cool. That is some cool elephant ears. That's so cool looking.
Yeah.
They don't really work because they don't seem to cover the thing they need to cover, but they got the idea.
I mean, if they
Real
all
quick,
they're doing is deflecting air, so
is there anybody here that can be a Tyler real quick and tell me something about steam engines? Because what the heck is that like weird pipe thing that goes over my boiler up in front of the first dome?
wait, where?
It's visible on the picture of 119.
Oh, let me see.
113 had one at some point.
I
I don't know what that
haven't
is
got
or
a
whether or
clue.
not
I have no idea.
it contributes to a style point or not. So I was just asking.
I don't know. I wish I knew more about steam engines.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Heck, hold on.
It looks.
I just found out something.
What's up?
What the heck? What the heck? These were the G1SAs were the streamlined ones.
Yeah, but how? Like, which ones?
Okay, 117 is a Crusader. I need to find out which
How many
ones in
Crusaders
particular.
did they have?
I have no idea. What
Crusader, train, 5-car. I thought they only had one of them.
Been spinning around in my desk chair and now I'm rolling these.
Oh my god. Oh, it says each locomotive. Okay, which ones?
You. FEF ones have ugly tenders, and for what? Why are they so weird looking? Sorry.
I don't know if 113 was one of the ones. I would like to know.
Okay, let me real quick look at this up. Red Ding.
I was just reading about it and I couldn't find any information.
Locomotives.
It's coming up empty. But what the hell else?
I shall investigate. Investigate.
I mean, you do have a name train, nevertheless. I think I do too, though. And oh, this is at North Station. I just noticed this this picture that I posted most recently, TJ. It's the TD Garden.
Ugh.
Also, you can
I think
see
it
a
might-
B&M mogul with presumably a commuter train in the background to the right
Oh yeah.
with the center-mounted headlight.
Mm.
I think it was just 117 and 118, so that point wouldn't count.
Oh,
Damn. I mean, these did have a name train. It was called the Boardwalk Flyer.
yeah, and I can only assume that I was on a number of name trains because these were like, you know, these were the head honchos for the Boston and Maine, and they named
They were
every train.
they
under
were
sun.
the Minutemen.
Yeah,
I would assume they ran those through the Hoosick at one point.
Actually no. These things basically were just Boston to Portland. As far as I understand, they were just like, oh, we're gonna build some giant Pacifics specifically for our most important route. But I actually. No, I take that back. Study highlights the starring role these Pacifics played as B&M regional passenger service for cities.
I have something that you don't.
What's that?
Embossed number plate.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. I have one that looks like it's embossed, but I can't tell either way. I was looking at that and going, ooh, I think Brian gets that point.
I only just now tabbed back to the document, and what the hell?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Cities such as Boston and Bangor, Worcester and Portland, Springfield and White River Junction and Troy, New York. So, yeah, these guys actually did more stuff than I would have expected.
Worcester, Mass.
The mass.
Interesting that they got the Worcester because
Masshole alert.
Worcester's on the South Station side.
Yeah, well, they would have sort of come around, right?
Yeah, probably.
They probably weren't
yeah,
running
down.
trains between North Station and Worcester. They were running trains between Worcester and, Maine.
Worcester, masshole.
What used to be?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Hang on. Did you give yourself a point for power reverse?
Oh, do you have one?
I do believe so.
Okay, cool. Now it's only 19-13. And I'm comfortable calling it there.
Yeah, I can't really find anything else on it. I'm surprised that this thing won a season.
Well, it won a season under different rules. Since then, we've decided, we've sort of moved towards what I had originally intended for the direction of Locomotive Versus, which is individual locomotives squaring off against one another. And we've also nerfed style points, although not so much in Locomotive Versus. That's the way we've nerfed style points in Locomotive Versus. Is you have an engine, it's this engine, you're stuck with this engine. And yeah, the 113 won Royales because it had half-decent style points because it was using the full class, including the Crusaders. And on top of that, it was a very medium engine, which is kind of the meta in Royales. A medium engine with a good amount of style points. So, alright, let's round that out. I will go and punch this into the document here so that you guys can see the results.
I do have a question for future reference. If you get a locomotive that wasn't preserved, but its tender was, do you get like half a point?
No.
Oh. So I can't bring the DNH Challenger, which currently has its tender being run behind 2816.
Yeah, no, I don't think that passes. Especially, well, if you're up against an engine that did survive, no. If you're up against an engine that didn't survive, maybe. Depends how generous the host/judges are feeling.
SteamLoco.com does list it as operational.
Technically correct. Alright, so 37-13 wins by the points. If anyone listening to this podcast was irked by the Reading 113's success in Locomotive Royale that first season and wanted to see it get beat up on, there you go. There's the comeuppance that's been waiting for such a long time.
I am sorry to whoever is a fan of this locomotive, although I wouldn't be sure why aside from the
do not apologize to
Crusader.
fans of the Reading 113.
But I'm Canadian.
Oh yeah, that's right. Anyway, votes?
I'm in favor of Boston and Maine 37-13, baby.
Yarp.
Yep.
I like 37-13.
Alright.
Damn.
Clean sweep.
If I'm being honest, 3713 looks way cooler. That if I had to go for it over one thing, it would be the looks.
Yeah,
Aside from maybe the semi-streamlined one, the 3713 looks way better.
Yeah, it's they're great engines, honestly. The P4s are super cool.
You're pretty cool, engine Ellis.
Do we want to talk about more Boston stuff right off the bat?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
TJ, this has grown substantially. Where are these coming from?
I just found a couple more things.
What is
from
the
recent.
T for anyway?
I noticed that the Boston Globe has been doing like a series on the MBTA, and this last article came out like yesterday morning. So.
Oh wow, we got breaking news.
Yeah, it's not the
Quote unquote.
the one that came out yesterday morning is, in my opinion, the worst of the articles.
Damn.
It's an opinion piece called "What is the T for Anyway?" and I was hoping to get to that last. So.
Well,
yeah.
If you want, we can come back around to you. I just thought Boston to Boston was nice.
No, I'll go, but like I have an order that I wanted to present the articles that I had here, so I'm just gonna do it.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So the first thing I wanted to know, this is kind of like an order of importance to me, or an importance to what I thought was most interesting. So least to greatest, in my opinion. So the Green Line extension, this is good. But it's most standard news.
Yep.
The new Green Line extension is to be open sooner than planned.
Hey, is this this is a single track section of the Green Line extension, or is it just a flyover?
It goes to Union Square, I believe.
Oh, okay.
This is the E extension.
I've been doing a bunch of work for Union Square, like the actual Union Square part of Union Square. No, the intersection that is called Union Square is it's something.
Yeah, this is right outside of North Station.
Okay, yeah, it is part of a flyover.
Yeah, this is where it comes down from the elevated section of like the science area.
The Leechmere Viaduct. Also, rest in
Yeah.
peace, old Leechmere Station. It's totally gone.
Hmm.
It's kind of weird and neat. Oh, I did want to say, yeah, the reason that sort of piqued my interest, and this is an aside, but this single track section here, um, there is a section of or there are big sections of the RTD in Denver, like the regional rail / subway lines that are single track, and that just blows my mind. Like, you're building a commuter, not even a commuter rail service, you're building a full on, what is effectively a subway line, a regional rail service, and you're single tracking it?
Yeah.
It's dumb. It's dumb. But no, they didn't do that here. The headways on the Green Line, I assume, are way too short for that to work.
Yeah. I don't know exactly.
If I'm not mistaken, the Green Line is the one with the trolleys, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Put up the dang wires moment.
Yeah, they put up the dang. They really did put up the dang wires for the Green Line. So yeah,
I rode the Green Line.
that's in a time of sadness for the MBTA. This is a bit of good news.
You know what this is? You know what this is?
What?
It's the Boston Tea Party.
I'm sure that joke has never been made before.
Yeah, so
I'm pretty sure I made it a while back, actually. I was
So-
just bringing it up again because I'm surprised nobody else has made it so far.
The thing is, I feel like GLX is such an underrated thing. Like, yeah, I know it's only an extension of the Green Line, but it is a really major transit extension that is happening. It's nice to see these things happen. They often don't.
Yeah, it's good that it's happening. And now that they finished the E section, they're going to be moving on to the D branch.
Yep. Just a big
So
section.
yeah, it'll be moving on for they say it'll be the last scheduled Green Line closure of the year, which is good to hear.
Scheduled. Emphasis on scheduled.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is your next segment about the Orange Line?
Yes.
Oh God.
Yes, so there are 6 articles there, but they're pretty much all
Please
saying,
ignore them.
but they're saying the same thing basically. A lot of them are kind of old.
Yeah.
But work's going. It's according to an MBTA official, they have replaced over 2,400 feet of rail last week. That was the total last week. There were 2 maintenance of way equipment derailments during this, but according to MBTA, they had no impact on the work, and nothing was broken or damaged, or
Yeah.
nobody was injured. So
Yeah, this is notably. I'm not sure it had happened or it had been announced last episode, but yeah, they are shuttering the Orange Line for a month.
yeah, I think we talked about it.
Yeah, we
Last
definitely
episode I
talked
was
about
on.
like that it could happen. I just don't know if we had
Yeah.
announced that it was going to 100%.
Yeah,
And
well, it had.
for people that are out of the loop anyway, if you don't watch this podcast religiously, I don't blame you. Yeah, so they're shutting
Yeah, I
down
wouldn't
the
be able to do it either, guys.
MBTA
Don't worry.
Orange Line because it keeps catching on fire, among other things. Someone jumped.
Wow, it really is the Orange Line now.
Yeah, and
I just got
honestly,
that.
I wanted to use this to jump to Amtrak, but of course you've got more that you want to talk about here, which I think is going to be the most interesting part. I feel bad for the Amtrak passengers that are having to deal with the shuttered Orange Line, especially people that don't know Boston and maybe aren't even expecting that they are going to have to go from.
Well, they are like announcing it like crazy. They're talking about it on the Amtrak trains and stuff too.
Well, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because,
I mean, I rode from South Station to Providence, and they, like everybody's
talking about
like,
it.
yeah, they're
They were
all
like, yeah,
hunkered.
these idiots in Boston couldn't maintain
Yeah.
their subway system, so we gotta like make you work around it.
Hey, at least they haven't
No,
had the
have
feds
fun.
take over yet.
No, they're just like preparing people. They're like, hey guys, like just so you guys know, like it's a shit show between
The feds
South
are going to
Station and
take
North
over.
Station.
Yeah.
So I haven't heard anything else about that. I think they were gonna take over, like stipulating that they didn't fix it, and now that they're trying to fix it, I think that might be like a suspended thing.
Yeah. W-
I don't know.
Once the month is up and it's clear that it has not gotten any better, then the feds will take over.
Yes. Yeah.
When things are still catching on fire, I hope they're taking this time to do a thorough inspection of all the Orange Line trains.
Yeah.
Now that they
Well,
can.
apparently after
The MBTA
apparently,
is about to turn into Amtrak, Massachusetts.
I just hope what they really need to inspect are the fire extinguishers on each train.
Yeah. They need to install automatic fire extinguishers. If we're getting fire extinguishers for our planes in War Thunder, the MBTA can definitely handle.
Yeah. Well, apparently after the shutdown, they're gonna like try to actually push the new ones into service.
Good luck. Good luck with that, guys.
We'll
Good
see
luck.
about-
Yeah, they'll work
we'll
for 2
see
weeks and
about
then they'll have to
that,
bring the
yeah.
old ones back out again.
They're gonna.
They'll
Just
work for
don't
2
push
weeks and
them
then
off
have
the
like a
bridge.
critical failure.
Yeah, so speaking of like nothing changing and being broken for a while, there's this interesting MBTA, it's called MBTA Breakdown. It's like a series of articles done by the Boston Globe.
That's poorly named.
Yeah.
It's very poorly named.
Well, I think it's very aptly named.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Also fair. I just wanted to say, like, yeah, they're gonna push the Orange Line trains into service, and then they're gonna break down, and everyone's gonna have to get out to push them back out of service.
Yeah. So this article is called, it's called MBTA Breakdown, but the subheading is "Why is the MBTA always lurching from crisis to crisis?" And it starts in 1979, when I guess one of these this author was way back in 1980, the Boston Globe Spotlight team won a Pulitzer Prize for an investigative series on
Pulitzer.
MBTA.
Close
Whatever.
enough.
If it's a really bad
Package.
one, is it a Pulitzer?
Yeah, that's the dollar store version.
Yeah.
Packaged under the headline "Boston's Crisis in Mass Transportation: What's Gone Wrong." And so they used this spotlight series that they did in the 70s and 80s as like a framework for what's going on today in 2022.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's interesting. Their main things that they're saying. So in 1979, they were saying that the 6 main factors were intimidation, thefts, misuse of property, overtime abuse, shoddy repairs, and weak managers.
So just corruption. So
fucking
that's all
weak
called
managers.
corruption.
Yeah, so at this point in the article was where I started to disagree a little bit. Because they really love to hammer on the union aspect of this rather than the agency as a whole, which I'm not in a place to argue that the union may or may not be the best.
Yeah,
but
I do want to say, like, being pro-union is one thing, but yeah, it is worth acknowledging, and I'm not saying this for anyone on this show specifically, just sort of laying it down as a boilerplate. Unions can be corrupt too.
Yeah, I mean, look at police unions.
Yeah.
Like, I think this is like kind of like a police union situation with the MBTA, at least in the late 70s. And so they use these 6, I guess, problems or causes of problems from the 70s and 80s, and say that they kind of say that a lot of it is the same, which isn't a huge surprise to me. But they blame like a state. Yeah, it says they blame a state law that went into effect in 1993 that makes it more difficult to outsource work. Which like I don't know. Like, how much do you think contractors would solve this issue?
Outsource as in like public-private partnership, or
Yeah, they want to like one of the one of the quote solutions that this article seems to be posing is that privatizing part of the MBTA.
Well, I mean, yeah, bring back the Boston and Maine, and then give them the commuter
Yes.
service again. That's how they did it the first time, and everything went fine.
Yeah, I mean that's
One of the few times that privatization would work.
yeah, but that's like they're not even talking like they're talking about like the subway T, like T proper.
Yeah, no, that's not a good idea.
And yeah, exactly. It's like what private company would
Hatco 2 Electric Boogaloo.
would do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so thinking what I'm thinking, former transportation secretary, mass transportation secretary Jim Aliosi says no private company would come in to do this job.
Yeah.
It would have to do what the government already does, subsidize it, he says. Otherwise, to make money, says Aliosi, I don't even know how to pronounce it. It's Aloisi, Aliosi, I don't know. A private company would have to abolish labor unions, reduce wages, and cut service.
Yep.
And
Capitalist dream, baby.
That is a pretty apt definition of what happens when you give a thing that is inherently unprofitable to a thing that inherently needs to be profitable. Just
yes, exactly. Yes, and so in order to be journalistically honest, I guess, they brought on someone from the Pioneer Institute, a conservative think tank.
Oh, okay.
And he argues for the privatization of the MBTA for a little bit, but then I think a little bit of editorial failure on the Globe's part. They snuck in his quote that says, "I don't know how you have a great city without a working transit system." He says, although he's a believer in smaller government, he still believes it's up to government to deliver the service riders deserve.
Yeah.
So, like, the guy that you had arguing for privatization, saying that actually the government should do it, kind of.
In fairness,
ironic.
you can twist that
Help you
around.
out?
You can say like, well, yeah, the government should find the right company.
Keolis, aren't they
Yeah.
great?
I mean, in fairness, Keolis is not terrible, but
No.
I wouldn't.
I mean, I wouldn't.
They're not
I
great.
don't think
Yeah.
I'm on the Fitchburg line, so.
In short, MBTA just stands for Melted Broken Transit Accidents.
Are you
Yeah.
just like looking up like tweets about the MBTA?
No,
Where did
I'm
you
coming
come
up.
up,
I'm coming up with my own. What are they called? No, not anagrams. Something else.
Acronyms?
Acronyms, yeah.
That's
pretty solid. That's a
That'd be a
solid
backronym.
acronym.
It'd be a backronym if you're doing it in that direction.
acronym. That's what
Yeah.
I'm looking for.
Okay.
Like fix it again, Tony.
Please
Yeah,
stop
so there's
describing
some
my
great-
life.
There's some
Sorry.
great photos.
Too soon?
I forgot your
Does
mechanic
that-
was
does
named
that hit
Tony.
you close?
Sorry.
Does that hit too close to home, Alice?
Yes, it does. I had to
Something-
I had to rearrange all 3 cars today, and I was grateful for the fact that I have 3 cars to rearrange.
They all started?
Yeah.
They'll run.
Amazing.
No check engine lights. No nothing.
Oh, there are check engine lights, but they do all run.
That's
Amazing.
normal though.
It's weird if the
Okay.
check engine light's not on.
Oh God. I came up with.
Hey, that's how this.
I came up with a backronym for Volvo.
Oh no.
So
Make
one
it,
Very
make it, your,
overbuilt.
make it your termination. Make it your termination.
Okay.
Ye-
I'll
Speaking
make
of
it
things
like-
that are terminating.
wait, I'm not done.
Oh no.
But I wanted to talk about my thing.
I know, but I'm sorry coming out to talk about Volvos. Jeez.
Thought you were done. You didn't interrupt him when he talked about Volvo.
Yeah, because I'm not rude.
Well, I
Uh,
am. So fuck you.
Turbo brick is the way of the future.
So
Fucking dick.
one last thing on the Boston Globe, this graphic. Well, first of all, there's some great pictures in there. Second of all, this quote from Edward Henry of Jamaica Plain. I had 2 visceral reactions to the closure: absolute fury that the system has gotten this bad, and hopeful resignation. Like, if this is what it's actually going to take to fix the system, let's just get it done. The tea workers are amazing. They put up with so much, and the state has just left the tea to flounder.
Yeah. Respect.
And then this is super quick, and I'm not going to talk about this for long, but another article, it's an editorial. What is the T for anyway? From the 26th. Is a very interesting take.
I've been selected to get 6 months of unlimited access for $1.
Yo, I was too. That's crazy.
You were selected too, DJ? That's
Yeah,
fucking sick.
Well, so originally I was selected so hard that I couldn't even read the article, and then I opened it in a incognito window, and it let me read. So
Wow.
it really
That sounds like you're scamming them.
It polarizes the issue so much. It's like okay, either the T can prioritize climate and environment and build to the suburbs, or they can prioritize poor communities and people who are marginalized and say fuck the environment.
Yeah, they can only do one of these things. Choose wisely.
Yes, exactly. That's the whole article. And the main thing that I really like about this article is that in the comments, someone named more subways, please.
Based.
Clapped right back.
Clap back.
Go to Electric Boogaloo. Now coming to Boston.
What did more subways please clap back with? Uh-oh. TJ? TJ?
Well, now that TJ's not here, I'm going to go ahead and
God damn
spotlight.
TJ's headset died.
Bruh.
I guess we'll never know. We'll never know what more subways please said.
Express mail, 1-day delivery.
But you know what BNSF said? They said they're ending their California embargo this coming Sunday, September 4th.
All right, hold on. 3 things. 1, I want to ask you questions about this, but I don't want to, because I want to be able to go back to TJ when he figures out his stuff. B, I wanted to go next.
Well, that's too goddamn bad.
And C, you made fun of TJ. If you make fun of art class, you go to Gulag. Remember, this is what got you in there the first time.
I was going to say I don't like art class, but I did really enjoy my last.
No, not you. Specifically O'Gillies. I guess no one remembers that. Anyway.
I remember. Average Farm remembers.
I came up with another back.
Okay, hold on. Here's what more Subways Police had to say. We'll do a dramatic reading of this. I agree that there are often trade-offs in these decisions, but a lot of analysis in this article seems to be based on false choices.
We're going to read all 4 paragraphs of this?
The Fairmont line has low ridership because it is the shortest of all commuter rail lines, so on a ridership per mile basis, which is a more accurate way to compare since operating costs are much lower on an 8-mile line versus a 50-mile one, it's seeing similar or higher ridership than the suburban lines. Additionally, the line has seen a much higher percentage of ridership return since the beginning of the pandemic compared to other lines. It's also inaccurate to say that rail electrification and providing good urban service is in conflict. Electrification would speed up trains, and this would enable both faster service from the suburbs and more infill stops along the line to serve urban commuters. Or urban commuters. I would also dispute your claim that getting wealthy suburbanites to take the train has a higher impact than getting urban residents onto trains. To use your example, Foxborough has a population of just over 6,000 people. Realistically, would even 20% of these residents need to take the train into Boston on a regular basis? Even at 50%, we're only talking about 3,000 people, and they would still need cars to get around town in their completely auto-dependent communities. Compare that to 20% of the population of Boston living within a half mile of the Fairmont line, over 100,000 people, where yes, many people already take transit, but still there are many that are forced to have cars because of the lower reliability of buses. Unlike in Foxborough, living car-free in Boston is not terribly hard, so even converting a lower percentage of people, commuting shorter distances but making more trips for shopping, entertainment, social events, would have a greater impact. In essence, train good, car bad.
Yes.
TJ,
Cars are just toys.
TJ, have you figured your things out yet? I'll take that as a no. Alright, O'Gillies, why are they lifting the embargo? Why did they have the embargo in the first place, and what impacts is this going to have on the world as we know it.
So the world's gonna end.
Good. Glad we're
and
straight there.
Everyone's gonna fucking die.
But at least let them finish the orange line first.
No,
I don't want the
get to
world
finish
to
your
end. I'm
fucking
only
orange
18.
line.
Listen, you're a grown adult now. You get to be depressed with the rest of us.
For real, dude. Fuck you. You have to be depressed
I
anyway.
don't know. I don't want to be depressed.
FRB fucking for real.
BNSF several months ago instituted a embargo on traffic entering Southern California because they said there was just so much going in and it was so congested because honestly, you know, when you fire all of your crew, it's kind of like what happens.
And your dispatchers and blah blah
and
blah.
you're everyone, and you say that your railroad doesn't, your employees don't contribute.
Yeah,
to
labor
your
does
profits.
not contribute to profits.
And anyway, so they said basically we're ending it because it worked, quote unquote. They say it worked, and so they are ending it. Whether or not it worked is up for one's debate. I mean, I don't know if it worked. They say it worked. They said that 15% of crews, they say that they hired crews, so now only about 13% of crews on the Southwest Division, which is Arizona and New Mexico, require recrews, more than one crew per district, whereas that was about 20. I can tell you it's a little bit higher on the Seligman sub because the Seligman sub is really long and really slow. And they also said that dwell has reduced from 30... Dwell at the classification yard in Barstow is still 40 hours, so almost a little under 2 days before it gets sorted and sent out. But a significant improvement over the near 3-day, well, 24 times 3, the almost 3-day long wait time it was before to get sorted.
It's an
and
improvement
they say
of
it worked.
a
Not
third.
any significance.
Yeah, it's significant, but it's not enough. Like, it's still garbage. It's just slightly less garbage.
It's still garbage, but hey, it's over with, so it's not going to be garbage anymore.
You know what? You know what problems this is actually causing? And this isn't like a real life problem for real life people, but it's just an unusual thing. So, did anyone else here know that you can book passage on a cargo ship if you so choose? Like, you can purchase, trans-Pacific passage on like a, container ship if you want.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much does it cost?
I have no
We gotta
clue.
train on the
I don't know
Iron
how
Horseman
you
trip?
do it. I don't know how much it costs, but I do know that these days it's a really terrible idea because you're going to get stuck in these port backlogs and you're not going to be able to get to the shore.
Start swimming.
So it's like severely damaged the incredibly niche market of people who book passage on cargo ships. Anyway,
I didn't even know you could do that.
yeah, I didn't either, and then I, found multiple people talking about it on Reddit or whatever.
I wonder if anybody booked passage on the Ever Given.
Well, I wonder if there were any passengers on there at the time of the incident. I feel like they might have had a bad time.
Speaking of incidents, I can't say the C word on the podcast, but Rocky Mountaineer is coming back into running. They in 2021 they had about 11,000 passengers, and then the 2022 season they're starting to get going again. I was surprised. I was reading this article here. It talks they spend about nearly $50 million in cam loops for the economic impact. This is a lot of money.
Hey, I just found stuff to
Oh,
add because your thing is Colorado, and I noticed it changed to not Colorado Scenic because that's a different thing.
Because Conversion Toltec's not really in.
I mean, half of it is in Colorado.
Not really.
Rocky Mountaineer is in
yes.
Colorado, kinda.
Rocky Mountaineer is not in Colorado yet.
Oh.
Yes, they are.
Yeah,
Well, what I was reporting on was not in Colorado. But anyway.
Rocky Mountaineer's been running the Moab for almost a year.
Anyways, the other thing I was going to talk about
You're
is
wrong,
that,
liberal.
okay, destroyed.
sad about Kamloops because the Kamloops Steam Association aren't being allowed to run anymore because CN's having traffic issues and needs to use the space.
Anyways, speaking of traffic, to keep the traffic moving on the Kimbers and Toltec Scenic Railroad, they're going to convert another engine to oil burning, which is interesting because I've heard bad things about the one that they already did.
Well, hopefully they learned.
Hopefully they do a
Hopefully
better
they get good.
Yeah.
Get good at burning oil, lol.
Well, oil
Hopefully
burners.
don't suck.
Get the people from DNS to do it.
I mean, I like the coal burners, but not gonna lie, riding behind an oil burner, you could be in a white shirt all day and then like get off the train and go out to dinner,
Lame.
and it's a nice experience
Nope.
to be on an oil.
Just bring a
From a
goddamn
tourist
umbrella.
point of view- From a tourist point of view, I understand the oil burning thing.
Yeah, no, and that is from a tourist point of view is something that I think is sometimes overlooked in former discussions of what XYZ Scenic Railroad in particular is doing with their operations or their fleet or whatever. Because, it was sort of... It's the same thing that drove the Cog Railroad to get the biodiesel engines and to, retire steam from being in the spotlight. And that didn't happen until the 2000s, like mid-2000s. So... And people look at that and go like, oh, that was the heyday. That was, things were better back then. And, sometimes I feel the same way. But you have to acknowledge that you do genuinely have a less disruptive time when you are behind an oil burner or behind a diesel than behind a steam engine. I mean, you only get, the cog has enclosed cars and the engine is behind you, so you don't necessarily have as much trouble. But as I think we talked about last time, TJ and I went to the WMF and got rained on by number 9 and number 7 for, a couple of hours. So it
And then Matt.
it makes a difference. Oh yeah, well yeah, and you're less likely to lose an eye.
All right.
I shouldn't be laughing.
No.
It sounds really, 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 really painful.
Well, I mean it's
I'm
Speaking
it's funny
speaking
now.
of losing
It was not
things,
funny then.
I'm thankful that
Colorado's
I've never
losing-
actually been behind a coal-fired steam.
Oh my
locomotive.
god. Every day I wake up outside of Maine.
Because like literally, pretty much most, if not all, the excursion starters here in Canada right now, like running on excursion rallies, are oil-fired.
Yeah, it's Canada.
We're smart.
well, speaking of things coming to an end, as coal burners
My
are,
life.
the San Luis and Rio Grande is coming to die.
Guys, you want
It's
to
up
buy
for
a railroad?
How is it not
Do you
dead
want-
already?
Oh,
buy a
it's for
railroad?
auction. It's been gone for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on, I
If
have
you want
one.
to buy a railroad and you have like $7.5 million, I think it said. Something like
Bargain.
that.
It is a bargain. Unfortunately, it's a bargain because there's nothing in that valley.
Hey, this is a great opportunity to mention our trading cards. If you guys have pictures of Locomotives 1744,
Yeah, actually.
we need a picture of 1744, and it was on the San Luis Rio Grande.
Looking for... Yeah, it ran there for 4 months. There are some good pictures of it. I think Jim Rinn took some incredible photos of it. Unfortunately, he has passed away. I think we actually talked about it in the podcast.
Give it 70
not
years.
long ago. Yeah,
70 years. and you'll be
yeah,
able to
we'll
use
make
them.
the second batch in 70 years' time.
He took the photo of 1744.
Drop dead.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's too soon. That was only like a couple months ago.
Oh,
Dude,
never mind.
yeah.
Sorry.
Anyway,
Can I
that's
just
all I
point
have.
out that 1744 kind of has a Penzi syndrome going on?
Yeah, well,
Because at some point it got a larger tender from a larger engine,
yeah, I'd gotta give it a
and as
tender
such, the
from
tender is as long as the engine itself.
I'd gotta give it a tender from a decapod. I think that was actually interesting because
Pod.
Now I'm wondering if they can do a swap with 982.
yeah, 982 is getting an even bigger tender, which was
Oh.
originally Great Northern, right?
Yeah, that's why I originally want to talk about that, but I'm going to talk about something else. But that comes later. This now.
Well, we mentioned it, so I guess I'll just throw it in the cargoes for people to take a look at.
I think we're all ready for you to talk about your other thing.
I thought that Great Northern tender was at Heber. I had been told that there was a Great Northern tender that showed up at Heber.
Is that the one?
I think that's the one.
Wait, is Heber still connected to like the National Rail System?
No.
Wait a
disconnected.
freaking minute. What the hell?
So is that not where have you been bamboozled? Is that not?
Hang on. That isn't a Great Northern Tender in Hebrew. That's 982's original.
No, they got a they have 982's original tender, and then they got a Great Northern tender.
Musical
982's original
tenders.
tender is the Heber.
Musical tenders.
Yeah, it is. And I think there's a second one. I think that Great Northern tender is at Heber. Hold on,
So,
I can find a picture of this one.
while you guys are doing research, I want to fill the audience in on something neat, which was in regard to 1744 and its tender. Also, speaking of trading cards, we do also have another slurge engine that has been made as a trading card, common card, in the first batch.
18.
Hold on. Yes, baby.
Not good 18.
Which was the better 18?
SPH.
God damn it. Trading cards made, just can't put
Which
it out.
18 is best 18?
Yeah, 18 Local Royale instead of 113. But while we were doing research for 1744, trying to get the last numbers that we were missing, Tyler mentioned, yeah, I have diagrams. Of course he does. And I also have all the tender diagrams, so let me know which, iteration of the locomotive you're doing. And I was like, yeah, this one with the 10,000 gallon tender. And he goes, huh? And so we did some research, looked at the handy numbers that the SP printed on the side of the tender, which was very nice of them. And yeah.
Oh no, it's a different. Is it a different tender?
There was only one. There was only one kind of tender that matched these statistics, and it was just, it was like a Decapod's tender or a Santa Fe's tender, which is also a Decapod.
Is that a different tender?
That looks way too big. Also, it's coal-fired.
Oh yeah, that's a coal-fired tender.
That's
Okay.
a coal tender,
okay.
and the
Never
engine
mind,
is
it's
oil.
not.
So
Different
Also-
tender.
also, it looks.
Okay,
it looks
sorry, the Great
oil.
Northern threw me off.
What is Great Northern tenders are getting around apparently?
There's like a ton of them left.
Yeah, why?
I guess work train service or something. I found some pictures of some. I'm not sure if this is the same one that I'm seeing some pictures of saying sold, but this is a picture that I've seen passed around a lot.
Yeah, this looks like the other picture, except it's slightly less destroyed in this image. This looks like the
And
other
then-
picture that I've seen.
This one has apparently been sold to somebody, so this might be the one that they're using behind.
Oh, okay. This is different.
Behind
different
982, especially because it looks rather SP-ish.
Is this a different tender?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if those two are the same tender or whether this is a different tender of the same type.
I don't know. Someone with
They're
intimate
both
knowledge
rusty tenders.
of Great Northern Tender Adventures needs to fill us in here. It looks to be not
Tender.
the same tender.
Wait a minute. Hang on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, it would make sense if... Wait.
The SP called their Santa Fe's Decapods because they didn't want to call something a Santa Fe. Which is confusing
So-
and infuriating and very on brand.
Neither of these tenders look like that, but I'm guessing this is the kind of tender that they're getting since it is from another 210-2.
Oh, it's a beefcake 210-2. I feel like I should hate everything about it, and I kind of do, but it looks cool.
Have you guys seen the picture
Canadian
of
National
the
4100 moment.
What picture?
the picture of the abandoned house with all the train tracks spaghetti bowled in the basement?
No.
What?
Hold on.
What?
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 Are we buying
What
this
is it?
house?
What does this have to do?
No, you don't want this track.
Foam house?
Maybe
Is
you
that
don't.
foam
I'm gonna
house?
put it as my termination. Don't show it on the podcast.
Okay,
I'm gonna
I
show it as
won't.
my
I'll
termination.
wait. Okay. So, Brian, I want to save your thing for last.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Let's talk about Amtrak for a minute. Which, starting off, we've got the Gulf Coast situation, which is everyone saying to the STB, "Give us more mediation. We need to talk this out more." Which I don't actually know if they are trying to talk it out or figure it out, but they're pretending to anyway. All four parties asked the STB to extend the mediation by an additional 30 days, beginning August 26th, which was yesterday. So there's a non-zero
What do you mean
chance.
it's today? Oh,
Yeah,
well.
they could figure this out. they could figure this out. This seems hopeful. The fact that they're all agreeing to mediation is a change, and
It's pleasant.
it's a nice change. Originally, yeah, they were in disagreement. I think Amtrak was saying, no, we don't need mediation. We don't need mediation. Like, we can just figure this out because it's just CSX and NS being pissy about us trying to run like 2 trains a day. But yeah, so the STB, I guess, kind of got fed up with them beating around the bush and actually ordered mediation. And now they're saying they want more of it. So this is like, you know that meme with like trying to feed the bird the cracker and then it likes it even though it didn't want to eat the cracker? This seems like that to me.
I've never heard of this meme.
No, seriously? Hold on. God damn it. I don't want
You could say I'm out of
cracker
touch.
Meme. Yeah, but I'm supposed to be out of touch.
You're not old, Ellis. You're young and youthful.
Doubt. This
I'm out of
meme-
touch.
I'm trying to
I'm
be
also
nice.
out of
I
time.
give you a compliment. And you're like, I don't believe you.
Yeah, well, because
I've
you
never
don't do
actually
that.
seen this before.
Uh,
This is interesting.
Yeah, this is all of the railroads involved, and the cracker is mediation, and the hand is the STB. So hopefully they can
Okay.
figure something the hell out.
That last frame, all I can hear is like that, like that. You know, like the meme sound where it's like the weeb thing, where it's like "wow" or whatever.
No, but I
That's
can.
all I can hear there.
But you saying that just makes me think of the locomotion wow, and so I'll substitute that in my head. Amtrak is also offering direct train service to the New York State Fair, which is cool and based.
Based.
Where is the New York?
Amtrak being based as usual.
I mean, they're kind of designed to be. There is the
Built-
National Rail Passengers Association has actually released Amtrak timetables, which is nice because Amtrak has not been doing that. We sort of talked about that. I think during the cutbacks they decided it wasn't worth the effort to create the timetables because nobody really cared about them too much except for foamers. Just like, and I don't even mean like the paper timetables. I just mean like a timetable at all of all the stops and what time the trains are supposed to arrive and depart. And in the modern era, when you can just punch in destination and where you are and where you want to go, and it'll figure stuff out for you, you don't really need the timetables. Amtrak decided that it wasn't worth the manpower to create them. But the association there is creating them, posting them, so that we can still have timetables. Hopefully, Amtrak will be able to go back to making cool stuff like that. For now, they have a lack of manpower and equipment. In fact, it's impacting the Wolverine service. They put out an announcement just today. And to that end, they actually have opened up 4,000 positions. Amtrak is hiring like crazy.
If I didn't live in Canada, I'd buy it.
railroad.
Yeah, if you want to work for a railroad that isn't a class 2 or 3, this is the one to go with.
Amtrak.
This is, if you
All
want to work for a
aboard.
railroad and still
All
see the
aboard.
country, all aboard Amtrak, because they have been, I've said this on the podcast before, but they generally get ranked pretty highly when it comes to like employers, especially when it comes to railroad employers. I want us to
The only gripe I really have with Amtrak right now is the fact that they got rid of the Metroliner branding for the Northeast Corridor services.
Yeah, well, they were trying something else that didn't pan out because the HHP8s were garbage.
Yeah, but why didn't they bring back the Metroliner name, the Smarter Shuttle?
The Smarter Shuttle is a cool thing. Not gonna lie.
Those ads are like amazing.
All right, so I'm gonna put an
Also,
image.
look, I found the timetable, guys.
I'm gonna give you a point for that, and I'm not gonna show it on the stream.
Oh, come on.
No, that needs to be on the
It's
stream.
it's a table. That's like also a clock. Fine, there. Look at it. Behold, this is the worst
The
episode of the podcast we've
timetable.
ever made. Okay, so
Oh, this is literally the best podcast.
Amtrak being, Amtrak expanding its ranks is one thing, but Amtrak is also moving in a good direction when it comes to their menu. And I'm personally excited for this because I will be riding the the Crescent back from New Orleans with Gloria on the 12th of October, and this is going to be the options because they haven't brought back full-scale dining on the East Coast trains. So...
East Coast.
Yeah, I know, it sucks. It really sucks. But they did update their cafe menu, and apparently, from what I've heard, this is legit. Like, these are really good. The stuff tastes good.
Alex, we need a vlog on Amtrak of taste testing.
Hey everybody, welcome to Ellis Vlog.
Yeah,
Ew.
we're gonna.
No,
I'm
disgusting.
gonna
Get the hell
try
out.
everything on this menu that isn't the alcoholic beverages. Gloria can try all of those.
Ellis,
Dr.
can you
Oz
try
must have
all?
looked it up. They got
like-
the fresh vegetable crudité.
Oh, TJ's back.
Ellis, can you try all 14 of those?
TJ, I missed you.
Shut up. No, you didn't. You just wanted to go to your article. I know you
You
did.
want to have raw penetrative sex?
Hey,
No,
welcome to the
shut,
podcast.
shut the hell up.
You're not allowed to be that horny on the podcast. We have told you already.
Ellis, I need you to try all 14 of those alcoholic beverages.
No, Gloria will be trying all 14 of these alcoholic beverages.
I was going to say I will totally
Okay.
do that.
Sure. Label me an alcoholic, why don't you?
I didn't say it will be
Yeah,
voluntary.
Ellis.
Whoa, that sounds illegal.
What am I going to try them and describe them to you in very detailed explanations?
Yeah, you're gonna
This state
like. What does this taste like?
I'm going to be drunk by the time we
I
get
like how they
home.
called it the Santa Fe chicken panini.
Santa Fe.
Oh,
Panini, your chicken.
It's Santa Fe, also known for running the East Coast train, the Crescent.
I want a chewy marshmallow bar. That sounds pretty poggers.
But yeah, I mean they've got like
I want to chew.
East Coast
I
sweet
want-
treat.
bacon,
that's
egg, and,
Starbucks branded stuff.
bacon, egg and cheese
Yeah.
Smart food
sandwiches,
popcorn, that is the shit, let me tell you.
mac and cheese, which I've heard is good. The hot dog has been a staple of the cafe cart. It's actually not bad. Cheese.
Can I get a
strawberry.
Starbucks ice cap?
Yes, they've got Starbucks stuff. On the Northeast Regional, they have on the regional and Cell, they have Dunkin' brand stuff.
Dunkin' D's nut.
In before Via starts doing catering sponsored by Tim Hortons.
Yes,
That'd be neat.
That's the competition that we need. Moonshine
Hey,
barbecue chicken
I'm
sandwich.
sending a letter to Via asking them to make all their catering stuff Tim Hortons.
So if Via and Amtrak partner, they could do Burger King and
Yeah.
Tim
Why'd you
Call it
call it-
Via? Why did you call it Via?
Via. 'Cause
I
that's
think
what
he
it is.
had-
It's Via.
I think he meant.
No,
I-
he said Via. That's what he meant. That's,
You heard me.
Yeah.
You heard what I
It's,
said.
the company is pronounced Via, but it was
No.
called Via because it's meant to be thought of as Via CN because it was originally a CN subsidiary.
Yeah, you go
before it became government.
via.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't see what the issue is here.
Same thing.
You
Just
go
like-
via your mom.
Just like I build routes in trains. I
Graham.
mean routes. I mean routes.
You're literally so funny, Graham.
I know I am. This is the greatest episode of the podcast ever.
Anyway, yeah. So I'm looking forward to trying some of the stuff on here because I mean,
have a really nice chair that reclines. So nice right now.
yeah.
My chair reclines, but it doesn't feel comfortable because it's a gaming chair.
Well,
Ooh.
that allows you to
It just sounds like a
do
bad gaming
better
chair.
at
I
games.
mean,
Yeah. Also, yeah.
No, like why should a gaming chair be reclining?
Why
so
shouldn't
you can
the
take
gaming
a
chair be
break from your
reclining?
entire. Dude, think about it. You just got
Because
a
you don't
hot...
want yourself falling
no,
asleep
no,
while
no, no,
playing
no,
Team
no,
Fortress
No,
2.
no, think about it. No, think about it. Think about it. You just got a
No.
hot triple kill. You're on Nuketown. You just got a hot triple kill. You kick your
I
feet
don't
back on
play
the
that
desk.
game.
You kick your no. Listen to me. You kick your feet back on the desk. You recline your gamer chair back. Put your arms behind your head, and you think, "Man, I'm so glad I used that racial slur on that 5-year-old."
What the fuck?
I'm glad you fixed your headset, TJ.
Why?
Anyway,
Why? Why
anyway.
would?
Brian, you want to talk about? You want to argue?
Yes.
Yeah, fight me.
Okay, so Western Maryland Scenic Railroad. we've praised them.
No, we haven't.
We've beaten them into the ground over some things. We praise them for other things.
Nope.
They've got
We've definitely
1309
just
done.
only done the
Good for
first one.
them. They've got 1309 done. Good for them. They're starting to get some work done on 734. Good for them. But now they're doing something which is kind of strange, but also very based.
No, it's not strange. It's not strange at all. It's normal. Like, this is a thing that happens. It's a chartered.
Yeah,
it's chartered excursions.
Yeah, they're chartering excursions for the Spirit of Altoona fundraiser train, which, if you couldn't tell by the name, is raising funds for TRR
Yes, the
1361.
state
one of the
locomotive
most,
of Pennsylvania, and therefore the world.
yeah, the standard locomotive of the world.
Yeah, you're
Screw
welcome.
you, Scotsman. Anyway, so this is all great and all, and it's great to see 1361 getting more funding. It's great to see it that it's making progress. It's going to be back.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. I don't think that Western Maryland Scenic, of all the roads that could do this, should be doing this.
Okay.
Because like, don't they still owe money for 1309, and aren't they still collecting funds for 734?
It's not like they're not getting paid. It's not like they're doing it for free. It's just the proceeds, the profit goes to 1361. Also, will 1361's whistle be put on 1309? That'd be awesome. That'd be hilarious.
TRR 3 chime on a 2660.
Yeah.
That actually sounds really good. I want that, please. Please put a Penzi 3 chime on 1309 for this WMSR. I know I was just making fun of you, but please do that for this event.
I mean, they deserve to be made fun of. They're still the Western Maryland Scenic. I'm still mad at them for taking Ocean View. I am still...
Western Maryland Scenic? More like, where's my money Scenic?
That doesn't work.
Tell a broody.
But, yeah, it's... Honestly, though, enough with the grousing from you. It's good to see, these things working together. It's nice to see these organizations working together towards a common goal, which is more steam, because train good, car bad.
Also, can I just state that this is the first time I've ever heard of the Railroaders Memorial Museum, which is the guys restoring 1361?
Yeah, they're in Altoona. They really don't have anything else going for them.
I thought that 1361 was being Okay, this is gonna sound really dumb, but I thought 1361 was being restored by Steamtown for some reason.
Some of the parts were there. Some of the parts were in Strasburg. Some of the parts were in Orbisonia on the EBT. Imagine a K4, imagine the Dragon Balls scattered across the land, but they're parts of a K4.
I've never seen Dragon Ball.
I haven't seen it either, but just imagine it, okay? They're the constituent parts. They're scattered across the
Chaos
land.
Emeralds.
Or the Infinity Stones. Okay.
Yeah.
You put them together to make 1361, which is like the railroading equivalent of the
Supersonic.
Infinity Gauntlet.
Or Supersonic.
Yeah. That's your speed.
Yeah. Literally speed.
Yeah. That wasn't on purpose, but I will pretend it was.
Yeah, that was totally intentional. I don't know what you're talking about.
Listen, can we get an excursion, chartered train on the WWF, and all of the proceeds go to fixing the Orange Line? Please, they need
Yes.
it.
Going towards north-south passenger rail in Massachusetts.
No, wait. They should they should do.
Hey, I'm gonna interrupt you guys. Kevon is calling me right now. I'm gonna bring him live into the podcast.
Like he's calling you on your phone, calling you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kevon,
you're on the Terminus podcast. How can I help you?
Silence.
Are we supposed to be able to hear him?
I heard
What
a
are you-
little
What are you
bit.
calling me for?
I was saying, I didn't know you were there. I was asking when you
Anytime
I think
for you,
Bell's
baby girl.
radio is acting.
I don't
up.
know what the heck.
I think he
Hey,
asked for
bye,
his
Renee,
credit.
but I won't be around tonight. Bye.
Ask for yeah.
I think he asked for
I
his
think
credit
Bell's
card number.
radio is having
your
a little
credit card
frequency
number,
issue.
the 3 numbers on the back.
He was calling you to tell you about your car's extended warranty.
Hold on,
We've been
where's
trying to reach
where's
you
my
about your
phone?
railways extension. We've been trying to reach you about your railway's extended funding.
Yeah, we've been trying to reach you about the standard K4 of the world. Where's
Anyway,
Oh, I was gonna.
what was I going to
I should have gone with an excursion on the Conway Scenic so that we could talk about how 7470 is back and doing stuff, and we need to go see it. But
Yeah, when is
I
that?
want to go see that.
it was like every weekend in
In September, right?
possibly.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say. They should run a fundraiser train for the Orange Line, and they should call it the Orange Blossom Special.
That works. That's actually.
But
That's.
I know it's the name of an
wouldn't
actual
even,
train.
No, I wouldn't even call that a joke. Like that's good. Like what you just said. Thumbs up.
all right.
I mean that genuinely. I know that sounded facetious, but I mean it genuinely. I need to put some points in here because I gave some people some
That
points.
that makes me actually think. What you know how LIRR has the cannonball or whatever their train is.
2 points.
What if MBTA
Sorry.
had the Orange Blossom Special as like an equivalent thing?
Because the MBTA does have a train they call the Super Express, which is like straight from Boston to Worcester.
The super.
Wait,
Yeah.
they do?
Something like that.
So-
Well, at least they had it before the service cutbacks. But
I was gonna say.
I mean,
they
something that
had-
goes along the
wish.
normal line, not something like the Cape Flyers.
they had
so something...
they had peak hour trains, or at least one peak hour train that I heard the crew referring to as the Super Express on the Worcester line because it makes very few stops.
I think
Cater. It has to have catering to be on par with the Cannonball.
Yeah, it's catering, except it's just stale Dunkin' Donuts.
You know what unit I was thinking of?
Then again,
or
the
engine I
catering
was
on the
thinking of?
Cannonball is
What?
just like a hotel staff.
I've been thinking about Long Island Railroad number 39.
Oh man,
Ooh.
that'll be done someday.
Whatever happened to that thing?
I
It
hope
just
it
went
does.
real quiet.
Well, what happened is the museum is broke and always has been.
Yeah.
So now they're transferring funds to 35.
Have you ever been to the Long Island Railroad Museum?
No.
It's sad. There's nothing there. It's barely a museum.
Isn't there like an empty a tiny empty turntable pit there?
Yeah.
That's like 90 degrees.
Yeah, it's a little empty turntable pit. There's I think a station building that I could not go in.
I'm looking this up.
And
right
they were
now.
like,
where is
oh,
Wait
we're
a-
raising money for our Long Island Railroad G5, and I was like, good luck with that, considering
Oh,
the-
they have a miniature train.
considering
cool.
the Strasbourg Railroad has decided that it literally owns your soul after that thing is done.
Oh god, they have a BDT tank. No.
Good.
Yeah, why didn't they restore that thing?
Because
Oh, wow.
Island. Because
Okay,
standards.
they have a. I'm not sure if this is even theirs, but apparently at some point there was an operational porter there. It's named Roy Dunwell, and I'm pretty sure it's at a different railway now.
There's a Pennsylvania boxcar, Alice.
Yay.
Lad.
Incredible.
Actually, I'm not even sure if it's operational.
That'll-
If that's steam from something else.
HK. No, I've seen that. That was at Strasbourg for a while. They fixed that at Strasbourg.
That tracks.
Is it narrow gauge?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were
That's-
working on that. I
This is
remember
not-
seeing that.
I don't think this is Long Island.
Yeah, that definitely doesn't
Oh.
belong to them.
Also, you
Is-
think Hoosier is buying a decapitated locomotive? You should see this.
2019 that says the Railroad Museum of Long Island will roll newly restored 1921 steam locomotive in the fire department parade.
I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will.
So
That engine's from 1921. What?
in 2019 they had it. I guess.
That's way newer than I thought than it looks. Or are they talking about 39?
No, they're talking about the port.
Oh, weird.
How is that thing from 9? What did you say again?
Here, I'll just send that.
Hey guys, what's the latest train on Amtrak?
Yeah, no, we're gonna get to that.
That's good.
It's about time.
That's a good shout.
Got carried away with
Probably the California Zephyr.
news.
I got places to be, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
Jeez.
Take your
Please
guesses
don't
for
do
latest train at Amtrak, folks.
Oh god, I don't.
Been the California Zephyr.
Which one?
What?
Westbound. That's mine.
Okay. TJ jumping right on it.
All right.
I want to take another obscure train,
Go ahead.
like I did last time.
You should take the Wolverine. I heard that one's pretty good.
Um, give me the. What's the one train that the North Carolina runs?
Wolverine.
That, like,
The Carolinian.
The Silver Meteor.
I
no,
don't
but
think
like,
that's definitely not it.
oh,
My
yeah,
guess,
it's not
you
it.
know what? Because Florida chaos.
No, it's the-
whatever it is, it's not in the system. I think they're thinking of the Piedmont.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with the Silver Star.
You're gonna go with the Silver Star,
Yeah,
northbound or
Florida-
southbound?
southbound.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not sure whether to go with the southbound Crescent or the northbound myself, Coast Starlight.
Haha.
I'll go with the Crescent,
All right.
southbound Crescent.
Southbound Crescent.
Whichever Crescent is running
There's
right now.
both of them. They're both on the system.
Okay, southbound Crescent.
All right. All right. Need one more guess. Right? Who am I missing?
yeah. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go northbound. Or actually, I'll give me the southbound. Carolinian, the Crescent, southbound Crescent.
Okay. 2 for the southbound Crescent. 2 hours and 9 minutes late at Slidell, Louisiana. So there's your southbound Crescent. Let's do the westbound California Zephyr. 1 hour and 18 minutes late at Green River, Utah, and also 1 hour and 36 minutes late at Ottumwa, Iowa. Right, neither of those the latest train on Amtrak, obviously. The southbound Silver Star. There's one right here. It is 2 hours and 5 minutes late at Rocky Mountain, North Carolina, but it is not the latest train on Amtrak. What is the other southbound Silver Star? 4 hours and 24 minutes late at Hollywood, Florida.
That's pretty suspicious, Graham. How'd you know that?
No, I didn't. I looked earlier. I looked before I knew I was doing the podcast.
Uh-huh.
I always look at the Amtrak.
I like how when someone gets it correct, it's never like, oh wow, you actually did it. It's just like, that's very suspicious. No one is allowed to get that right.
No, they're not.
Oh my god. I only just realized something. Hang on. Hold on.
Okay, my termination, Spaghetti Bowl HO train, I have to go now, bye.
Okay, bye. That's not HO.
If my freaking thing.
Spaghetti Bowl O scale, bye everybody.
Alright, see you, dude.
See ya.
It's the first time we've had someone bail before the end of a show, even though this is technically the end of the show. Does anyone have any advertisements?
I
I have one.
don't think so.
Batch number 2 trading cards are coming soon. If you want more information, pop on the Discord or join on to a under construction live stream.
Sweet Jesus! I just saw the spaghetti bowl.
Yeah,
scale.
that's.
Gee.
I've put it on the screen since he mentioned it. All right, Brian, what's your Volvo acronym?
Let me just paste it in the. Oh, that's not it. Crap! Oh, right. Very overbuilt. Loses money. Loses value occasionally.
Okay.
I said money by accident. Damn it. Hang on, let me just type it in here.
I got it. I already typed it.
Oh.
Oh, I was gonna snag something that I wanted to put in as my thing, which is, don't actually have anything particularly exciting, but oh, whoops! I had another golf thing. I could have left that alone. All right, I could have tied that in had I wanted to. Yeah. So apparently they're going to build a hotel on top of Mount Washington. Here's an article about it.
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Didn't they try to do that like over 100 years ago and it failed?
I mean, it's still there. Tip Top House.
The New Haven tried to build one, didn't they?
The Boston and Maine would have been the one.
No. The New Haven did, and they wanted to build one, and they wanted to build a streetcar up.
Are you janking my chain? Are you serious?
Yes.
This the dumbest rivalry in railroading history continues to be dumb. All right. What do you have, TJ?
Nothing.
Nothing.
That's it.
All right.
I just realized that the Long Island Railroad Museum has a habit of collecting decapitated heads of Long Island equipment.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
They have a bunch of simulators, so they just have the decapitated heads of an Alco FA, a D30AC, an M3, an M7.
Anyway, Graham, what about your termination?
Alaska has polar bears, but no snakes.
They really have no snakes. I guess that makes sense.
No step on Sneck because there is no Sneck.
All right. Anyway.
I didn't even know Alaska had polar bears, but that's a whole thing.
This
Anyway, thanks.
sounds like an awful idea.
Thanks everyone for coming on, and thanks of course to Wes and Steve for running the Loco Base. Without that, we wouldn't have Locomotive Versus, etc. Thanks to Virtual Railfan for not sending us copyright strikes and takedown notices, and thanks to the viewers for tagging along, as always. In case of emergency, call Conrail, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Japan Central.